Alright, bro, look. I know the quality a little trash. Bear with me. It's the first time I used the Elgato. I just plugged it up. I ain't playing with none of the settings. So it's a little trash. Thankfully, it's a good thing though. You know what I'm saying? When I get the gameplay videos, you know what I'm saying? At least I have it right for next time. But the podcast, they not gonna always we're not gonna have gameplay all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a camera eventually. We're gonna have some, you know what I'm saying, footage of the, you know what I'm saying, actual things going on. But we just starting off. I didn't want to just have like a picture in the background or nothing. But yeah, man, we just got straight into the, you know what I'm saying, straight into the podcast, whatever, you know what I'm saying. I hope y'all enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah!
As soon as you climax, you're gonna be like this. You're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna hit the Kanye thing.
I started it.
Get money tonight.
Alright.
Oh shit, whoops. Okay, whatever.
I need an intro. Whoa. Welcome to the Will of Our podcast with your host, Donn Sirrah. Special guest,
BJH
God
Lit.
damn, you get close to the mic like that. Alright.
Keith Sweat.
Alright.
Here to make you sweat.
Alright. So I made this podcast. I made the podcast because of Brian.
Donn Sirrah can't talk.
Shut your ass up. Alright, I recorded the first episode like 2 days ago. Okay. But I'm probably never going to drop that episode ever. It's like a lost files type of thing.
Alright, cool.
So this is going to be like the first episode. I'm going to do this like every Friday.
Alright, that's what's
and
up.
Probably have different people on it. Or it's just me because I love me. I'm cool. Okay. I wrote stuff down. What I want to talk about.
Why are you talking like an in-game tutorial, dog? First, I don't know. I had a joke and I lost it.
All right. So today, I want to talk about patience, Brian. I feel like you're a good person to talk to about patience.
It's like I'm super impatient, dog.
So let's talk about the importance of patience.
All right, the importance of patience.
Why don't you start us off here?
All right, just for you guys who are listening, I'm playing Wolfenstein and it's on mute, so it does whatever. I'm playing a shooter. I'm super impatient, but the importance of patience is when you are patient, you're a better person. You give yourself and people you love more time to grow, and it is a more peaceful existence, because a lot of the reason why we're stressed, whether we're like 15 or 50, is because we feel like we're not accomplishing enough, within a certain time frame. So me, I'm 24. On my birthday, I actually was a little bit depressed because I felt like I didn't achieve enough yet. I have some experience in college, but I dropped out, and I didn't drop out officially. It's just kind of like I ran into like some financial aid trouble, and I haven't really been pressed to pay off my loans. I only owe 5 bands. And I only say only because
10 bands.
Yeah, you feel me, but it's not a priority.
Have you started paying them off?
I literally put $9 on it yesterday.
They don't like charge you monthly?
Nah, you don't have to be on the monthly plan.
They sent me an email like, we're gonna start charging the first of the year. No. That was like 2 years ago.
No, they can't do that. I mean, I'm not sure they can garnish your wages, but they can't make you get a payment plan. They scare you into it. It's kind of like, if you literally want to be like, I'm gonna give you guys $1 a month, they'll say they can't, but they low-key can. Or certain people will be like, yeah, we can't do that, but you can just pay whenever you want, whatever amount you want, online. But for me, like, they charge you $5.25 in addition to whatever you put on there, for a convenience fee. So it's actually cheaper if you get on the payment plan. But to be honest, I planned on doing the race. I was like, man, I'm never paying y'all, but it doesn't work like that. Apparently you have to pay. You don't ever have to pay them, but it's like your credit will be really bad. So if you want to get a credit card, or you want to get an apartment or a car or a house, like, that's where it'll come back to bite you. But as far as like, I mean, they can't throw you in jail for not paying off your loans, but it's one of those things.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I've been dunking them.
Yeah, bro. I mean, even if you owe them 10 bands, like, start paying something on it, bro. Like, even if it's like 10 a month, like, do like, it's 10 a month for like most subscriptions. Just throw them a little petty 10 so they can't garnish your wages, because apparently, like, they sent my stuff to collections, and I actually like talked to the collections people, and the guy I was dealing with was actually pretty like chill. He was like not mean. He just it's okay. Like, don't you know, like, when someone owes you money and it's like you don't want to be a jerk about it, but you're like, hey, I need my money. That's how they were. Like, they weren't like, you better pay us, nigga. They was just like, hey man,
just give him about the time.
You know, you've been ducking us forever. kind of need you to pay. All right. You know, they were being nice about it. So I don't know. I feel like the worst mistake of my life was going to college at 17 because I went to party and my dumbass didn't realize that I could just drive up to campuses on weekends. Cause like I was super plugged up at U of M. I had a lot of friends and associates, more associates than friends that went up there that I could, party with and stuff like that. But I went for the party, but I think college also was, I actually hit rock bottom in college. It was like crazy. Like I was like, for whatever reason, certain people feel like you're young, so you can't be addicted to things. Like I was a full blown alcoholic. Like I was drinking on Tuesdays, like not going out. I was just drinking, bro. Like,
why?
Okay, so first of all, alcoholism runs in my family.
Yes.
So I didn't know, like my mom, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't understand the severity of it because you've never had an inclination to do it. Like I never was like, I want to drink ever. So when my mom was like, stay away from it, I'm like, what? I don't even have to worry about it. Like, why would I even have to worry about this? You know, like this is not a.
Is that something you seen or like something you was told?
Oh, I was something.
Like,
Okay,
like
well,
alcoholism, like in your family.
Okay, like my grandmother was an alcoholic, but she wasn't like mean. She would just be like, she would just get like real faded and sleepy. But she sobered up. You know, love you, grandma. She's like a doctor in education. She was like an after work drinker, so it's not like she just was like abusive. She wasn't like, get out my face, BJ. That's what my family called me, BJ. Not blowjob. If you call me blowjob, I will sock you in your chest. It stands for Brian Joanne. BJH Lit stands for Brian Joanne Harris Lit, and the Lit part of my name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Brian J Harris is Lit, and the Lit stands for high energy. It stands for the literature of Brian J Harris because sometimes I write.
Do you still use the underscore or is it?
I took out the underscore. It was BJH_Lit, and then I kind of realized how preposterous it was to hold people to that standard of being like, no, you have to say underscore.
I can see that.
And I used to literally get mad. Like if they didn't say BJH_Lit, I would be like underscore. But I don't know. That was stupid. For marketability, I picked the name BJH Lit. So going back to alcoholism, really, I saw it in my family, but it was through kid goggles. So, you know, a person, if they are alcoholic and they at least have any type of decency, they're not going to get faded in front of a child, you know? Like, so I didn't really...
Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I know. But long story short, went to college. Actually, I don't know what you guys believe. I'm a Christian. I believe in prophecy, all that stuff. I believe that demons exist. I believe in spirits. I believe that God is real. I believe that Jesus Christ died for my sins. I believe all that. You guys don't have to. I'm not gonna, knock you or anything. So, my man of God is what you would call a prophet. They're psychics, but they're not psychics. They are like psychics, but they hear from God. So he basically told me before I left, like, look, I'm seeing you get off. Like, I don't, want nothing bad to happen to you. I don't think you should go right now. He was still saying, get my education. He was just on some like, bro, like, figure out what you want to do first. Like, go to community, and then see if you're ready. And me, I was like, no, I want to go. But I wanted to party. Like, I had this weird draw for that rock star life. And it didn't make sense for real. Because I couldn't explain it. It just was like, I want to be in this, but I didn't at the same time. So
what did you go to school for? Like,
good, you're keeping me focused. I went to school for television and digital media production. When I'm not working on music, I actually am an insanely talented photographer. And when I'm not doing that, here's the thing: I love shooting video. I hate editing.
We're getting like completely off topic here.
Yeah, it's okay. That's how podcasts work.
To alcoholism to.
Okay.
But
we're still on.
It was getting good.
Okay, alcoholism. Okay, so basically, going back to alcoholism. Okay, went to college, lost myself, started trying to impress people, started drinking it for fun, to go out for confidence, to talk to girls. Low self-esteem. I felt like I needed the vodka in my system to be smooth. Smooth.
So hold on.
Yeah.
When you seen your grandma doing it, that didn't like.
No, because bro, like she was clean for so long that it was almost like I forgot. Like she was drinking when I was like a little kid.
Mine was like the opposite.
Wow, really?
Like seeing my parents and everyone else drink, like everyone drinks in my family. That like made me not want to drink.
Everybody drink in your family?
Pretty much.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
Everybody don't drink in my family.
Everybody, like every day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
It made me not want to drink.
Yeah.
But that's what I was wondering if that.
Like, how did I still drink?
Yeah.
Because, like, bro, like, okay.
But
like,
you said she wasn't.
Nah, I didn't. Okay, so the people who was alcoholics in my family, I didn't peep till I got older. That's what I'm saying. So when I was in college, it was like, I remember this white dude named Mike. He got me drunk. He poured some whiskey. The first thing I was drinking was whiskey. Whiskey and Coke gave it to me, and I liked it. I was like, bro, I like this. I was feeling good.
You like the taste or the feeling?
No, I like the feeling. Whiskey is disgusting.
That's why I never understood people drink. I don't like the taste. I don't see how people drink it.
Bro, I've never had a really good mixed drink. Like maybe once or twice. Okay, Jungle Juice, I had that. That was good. It didn't even feel like liquor. But when you are predisposed to having alcoholic tendencies, it took a lot to get me drunk. So I would like literally slam my stuff. Like I would sip in the dorms, but when I was out, my goal was to get drunk. I was so drunk I would fall on my face outside. Jeez, bro. And I had a friend named Chris. I call him Sleeves. Shout out to Chris. Me and him haven't hung out in a minute, but shout out to that nigga still. And he really like was looking after me when I was in my rock bottom. But it started off as fun though. Like it flipped on me. It was like I'm doing this for fun, and then it was like I'm sad, and I kept doing it. And the only thing that really,
as like a coping.
Yeah, bro, like that and sex, but that's a whole nother podcast. So long story short, I had to come back home, even though my grades were good, because it was like as a person, I was like losing myself. As cliche as that sounds, I just was.
Where
like,
did you?
I was at Ferris State University.
I remember that now.
Yeah, I was at Ferris, bro.
Okay.
And everyone likes to be like, "There's a party school, bro." It's quantity over quality. It would be like 10 parties going on, but only 2 of them boys would be good. Yeah, so they throw parties, but them bitches don't be good for real. So yeah, so tying all that into patience, I was impatient, and that's what got me to go through my prodigal son experience. Because if I would have been patient, I would not have went out to school. I still would have been a virgin. I lost my virginity in college. You feel me? And it was crazy. Like I remember, the same person who, like, the same people who congratulated me over losing my virginity slid through the girl I lost my virginity to. That shit wild, ain't it?
That almost happened to me.
Are you really?
Yeah.
How?
When I was at Tennessee State, I was about to get with this girl, right? And I don't know, the whole thing was kind of sketchy, but she went to a different college.
He said, "I don't know about this."
Yeah, but they was telling me like she easy and all this and that, and then we snuck into their dorm or whatever, because it was like break, but I didn't come home for that break because it was only like 2 days, and
no point driving
to Michigan. Yeah,
you was in Tennessee, dog.
Yeah, and basically we snuck in there, and the guy that like hooked the thing up, he was like in the room with me. Like,
no, I could not keep stiff.
I couldn't do it. And then luckily the other guy who was with us, because it was 3 of us, he was in a different room, and he ended up calling them like he was burning. He thought he had something, and then it turns out it was nothing. It ended up being nothing, but that kind of stopped me from doing what I was about to do.
So it sounds like they had a runner.
Yeah, but I was just thinking like,
and I just want to say for your protection of your brand, like it was consensual.
Yes,
I want to put that in there.
No. We ain't R. Kelly out here.
Yeah,
Robert, that's not me. But yeah, it's just crazy because I was thinking like, damn, what if I woulda? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what would have happened to me.
My thing was like, everyone told me this girl was a hoe.
She was a tutor.
Everyone told me to my face, like even people who didn't, like, I believe in God and the Holy Spirit, so I call it the Holy Spirit. Other people call it like intuition. Like I'm gonna keep it universal as possible because I don't want to get too deep on here. But basically, my intuition was telling me this girl was no good. Then niggas who didn't even know me like that was telling me to stay away from her. Then girls that actually were my friends was telling me to stay away from her. And it was just exciting because I'm black. She was a white girl. I was excited. She wasn't that bad in the face, but she had a nice little body.
Shout out to those snow bunnies.
I'm just being honest, bro. I'm with a black queen now, but you know, yeah, man. And the only reason why I was really on white girls' heads is because all the black girls at home was like dogging me, bro. And it wasn't all the black girls. That's a lie. It was like all the hood girls, because there's a difference between hood culture and black culture.
I agree.
So, I say all of that to say that.
I'm glad you're tying this back in because I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, well, I did too. Well, basically, we're talking about patience in girls and relationships. Yes. Impatience. It all stems from impatience. I rushed into having sex because I was tired of waiting. Patience. I went off to college and developed, an alcoholic addiction, or an affinity towards excessive drink. Because it was fun at first, but then when I was sad and depressed, I kept doing it. And it's really a miracle that I'm alive, bro. Like I remember, like I almost killed the whole fifth by myself. Do you know measurements? All my drinkers if y'all hear this and y'all drink, y'all gonna know what a fifth is. A fifth is like a whole bottle of liquor.
Google.
A fifth is like a bottle of liquor. But see, like, I smoked weed too for a minute, but I was never a stoner. Like, it was like, I kind of liked smoking weed, but I always liked being drunk more because I felt like, energetic. I felt confident. But then, like, I would be sad and, nah, dog. I wasn't an angry drunk. I just was too unpredictable. I was like a lovey-dovey drunk. Like, I love you, man. And then I would cry. I was just super emotional. So I was definitely a crier. I'm not even going to lie. So if anybody who know me hear this, they will
cry.
Bro, they will confirm, like, yes, bro. He was always, like, tweaking. Not in a bad way. He just, when it was lovey, it was good. But I also found out how, like, people don't really want to be around the guy who drinks all the time, too.
I can see that.
And it's crazy because it's like those be the same people who put the drink in your hand.
I can see that.
But then when you do it too much, they like get away from you. That junk is heartbreaking, bro.
People fake, bro.
It's, you know what? People fake, but I still kind of like blame myself for that whole thing. You feel me? Because it's like I had a good upbringing, but when I went lost, it was really just God who was being patient with me. It was my family who was being patient with me because I was being a dick to my mom and not even realizing it. I'm drunk. She texted me, am I okay? I'm like, I'm smooth. Like, I hated that part about my journey. Like, nigga, what the, like, if I could go back, I'd be like, bro, who the fuck are you? That is your mom. Call her. The fuck you texting her for?
But I would never change anything.
Yeah.
It made you who you are today.
That's very true. Because now, like, when I'm actually starting to come into my artistic self and have more of an influence and build a fan base, I'm sober-minded. I'm sober. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I still deal with depression here and there, but I exercise. I work out. But the biggest thing that I do to help me with, my mental health is, I'm gonna go back to God, but it's really just communication. Cause, it's not just me going to church. It's not it. Like I use the people at my church who are young that I can talk to. It's like this one dude named Jay Donn. I talk to him about things about business and things of that nature. I talk to my bro Goose, who is a family man. My bro Devon, he's another family man. These are married men who are young, like in their 30s, so they can kind of put me hip to stuff. Or my man of God, my apostle, he's like my mentor. He's really like a father to me, my spiritual father. I can go to him about God. I can go to him about business, politics. I can go. So basically, the organization of this church that I go to in particular, that I won't name right now, because I cuss and stuff. But basically, they created a network of positivity to where I can always talk to a positive male figure because my dad wasn't around. So these aren't dudes who are super spiritual and spooky or all they do is read their Bible. Like, no, some of these dudes is ex-street niggas, ex-womanizers, ex-swipers.
It's good you have those people in your life, I would say.
And it kept me out the streets too, bro, because like when I was really thinking about jumping in the streets, I talked to the people who did it. Like, that's what, if you listening to this, bro, and you really thinking about getting active in the streets, if you really think you cut enough to be a criminal, bro, you need to at least talk to the niggas who did it. Because if you can talk to them and go to them, that's like some real like man stuff to me.
I can see that.
Because I went.
I'm fortunate that I have my dad because he
was out there.
I ain't gonna put all his business out there, but he always tell me
Cartier's on his face. He had the buff on.
He always tell me, son, do as I say, not as I do.
That's
like one thing I've always remembered that he said.
Hey, bro.
And he's like, I don't have to do none of that street stuff because he's already done it for me. And I don't know. It's just fortunate. You gotta realize how you gotta take the good stuff in life and appreciate it. And I'm glad that I've had a dad in my life, and multiple other father figures in my life that could have helped me. And I just think that's very fortunate for us to have for people to tell us, the stupid stuff that they went through. That way we don't have to go through it.
And see, but like the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let you talk more because I don't want to hog the podcast.
No, it's good. You're like the guest.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like what was I about to say? Man, I felt like I had to be a street nigga to be a man, and that is a narrative that we need to destroy. And then another thing too is that there shouldn't be, okay, on one hand, I don't think you should shame people who are in that life. Like, you shouldn't just okay, let me be more specific.
I think I know what you mean.
It's like you shouldn't shame the dude who had to do it, or he was going to not eat, or the dude who had to do it, or who had to step up and thug and be a man early, or his family was gonna get killed or hurt, or he's raised in it and his brother get killed. I'm not talking about cases like that. But to me, it's like I always looked up to the dudes, even if they was in the streets. Like I looked up to the mafia type dudes, but I look up to strong men. So whether it's a soldier, a man of God, not one of these con man preachers, like a real man of God, a martial artist, a warrior, anime heroes, Goku, Superman, Batman. I've always identified that I want to be strong. And it wasn't like a physical thing with me, because I got a little belly on me. I lift weights and stuff, but I'm kind of like a teddy bear. But the point that I'm trying to make is,
I would invite you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you were to fight me, I would fight you. But
no, I'm not.
I
Donn is on my list of people I would never fight.
I wouldn't want to fight.
And honestly, Donn is funny. He plays like he's soft, but Donn would really beat a nigga ass for real. And it's so funny that he thinks he wouldn't.
Oh man,
Donn can fight, bro. But
man.
He won't get the chance because
That's why I keep these.
Nah, bro. He won't. No one is gonna fight Donn.
That's why I keep these.
Oh, fool. Put that up. Oh my god. But yeah, Donn's not gonna get in a fight. He has too many people who love him anyway. I would be if someone could get a 1-on-1 on Donn, I would be very surprised. And that's all I'm gonna say. And he's not affiliated with no gangsters or nothing. He's just like
real friends.
It's just like, bro, I'm not letting nobody swing on Donn in front of me. And I'm not even super cut. It's just
I appreciate that.
That's my heart. It's like if I love somebody, if you're a brother, I'm not about to just I'm not gonna be a hoe. Like I'm not gonna sneak nobody. But like, bro, like if someone swings on Donn, I'm fighting him. I'm like, no, you're not about to fight Donn. Because Donn also is like, for those of you who don't know him, he's
fragile.
Bro, he's just a really good, like, okay, like there's certain people that we all know that's like, bro, why are you messing with this person? Because even if they're normal or they're funny, it's like they're not about that energy.
Facts.
You don't try to be tough. You don't try to be anything. So that kind of is just like bullying to me. Like, why are you messing with people who aren't combative people? Like that makes me angry. But I just want to destroy the narrative with our young men, mainly our young black men, but just all young men, white boys, all that stuff. I want to destroy the narrative that violence is strength. Violence, I think, can sometimes be a necessary means to protect yourself or your loved ones, but I don't think it necessarily makes you strong. Because a pussy ass nigga, excuse my French, they can literally inflict violence on someone, but at the end of the day, they're a coward. But I'm 24. I thank God for letting me see 24. But I had the pleasure and the honor of talking to some people who really was like in that life for real. And I'm talking about like real killers. And they told me, bro, you don't have to be on that. And the thing about it is like these dudes, the toughest dudes that I know, are nice now. Like you wouldn't even think that they did what they did, and that frees me up so much because the real me, good. I'm a giant teddy bear, bro. I love showing love, even to like my male friends. I know it's like a whole pause culture, no homo culture, but to be honest, like a lot of us need love, bro. And if you really pay attention, even these hard dudes, these rappers and stuff talk about they die for their brothers. Like that's a love mentality that you would lay down your life for someone.
Thanks.
So that's really like I think more men need to be loved. I think more men need to come into themselves and find peace, because I feel like if we as men can learn how to love ourselves and really just be men of love and compassion, the strength and stuff will be there. We can always get trained in firearms or weaponry or martial arts or boxing. Like there's ways that you can just protect yourself. But my definition of a man has changed. It went from the nigga with all the money to just a man. To me is somebody who will choose to face his adversity. Somebody who would choose to do the uncomfortable thing, even though do the right thing, even though it's uncomfortable. You feel me? And wisdom. So, if you out by yourself and you see a robbery, I'm not telling you to just go be like, ooh, and go tell. Like, no, it's like use common sense. It's like, like, okay, at work, it was a particular individual who I didn't get along with. Just because he can kind of be an asshole. I'm gonna just be honest. But the thing about it is, I was in a rough patch with me and my girl, and I was being an asshole to her. Wasn't being verbally abusive, wasn't, putting my hands on her, but we was getting into a lot of like screaming arguments and stuff like that. And I remember my apostle was preaching. He was like, he kind of like got off tangent and was like, bro, that's so weak. Cause he used to be from the streets too. So he not just, oh, I just don't praise God. No, he will really get you together, boy. Don't run up on our church. No, man, I'm trying to tell people. Anyway, look, the point I'm trying to make is this. He was like, bro, that junk is weak. You yelling at your woman, breaking down her spirit. I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh my God. I yell. Bro, I would yell at my girl all the time. And the reason why I would yell is because like, it wouldn't just be like petty stuff like, oh my God. Oh, it would be like, okay, me and my girl was like going through this phase of abstinence, right? So I was like trying to talk to her and be like, babe, like you my girl, like it's me, like we should be able to have sex because I'm dating you. It's not like I'm just, some nigga. And she was trying to be like, no, babe, this has nothing to do with you. But I took it as like rejection, like she didn't want me no more. But in my immaturity, my pain spoke over my reality. You feel me? And that still ties into patience because you need patience with yourself. Because what she was saying was, baby, I want.
That was deep. I never really thought about that.
Oh, thank you. I don't remember what I said. But
you just need patience with yourself.
Oh yeah. But basically, bro, she just taught me a lot. She was just like, she wasn't the best communicator either, because she was kind of raised like, not sit down, shut up, but it's kind of like respect adults, because her parents are really nice people. But they were kind of like a firm but loving hand. So they didn't break her spirit or they weren't abusive or anything, but it was kind of like know your place as a child, if that makes sense. So when it came to, expressing her feelings, she had to suppress them because if she kind of spoke her truth, it would be offensive. So she had to learn to tell me, because I'm the type of man to where I'm like, tell me, like, I'm not perfect, but I'm now coming to understand that I'm a catch. Because it's like, I'm the type of man to be like,
appreciate yourself.
You feel me? I was just like, baby, like we can talk about this. Like we can really talk about this. I want to be right. My desire, is low key is to be perfect, but I'm, giving that up. But my desire is really to just do right by people, man. Like, we all gonna have days where we get on somebody's nerves or we maybe say the wrong thing, but it's always about coming back and then change your behavior. But patience, I was being like downright evil to her for like 2 months. And it wasn't on like, I was being unintentionally verbally abusive. And it was just like, I never called her out her name, but it was just like, okay, my safe word was nigga and bro. Because if I was like pissed, I didn't want to call her, like I didn't want to call her bitch, because that's not who she is. And that would just be too far. Cause it's like,
yes,
that would be hella wrong. Like I had a friend of mine be like, bro, if you ever call her bitch, I'm gonna fight you because you love this girl and she don't deserve that. I'm like, you're right. I do deserve to get put hands on me, because certain women are out there. Okay, first of all, I don't use the word bitch lightly. So to me, the word bitch is like the female equivalent of being an asshole.
I can see that.
Yeah, so
I could agree with that, but sometimes I do.
Yeah, me too. I'm working on it. Yeah. I'm trying not to do that anymore. But I say all of that to say that I had to change my behavior because I was like really destroying my relationship with her. But the crazy thing about it is I texted my OG, still talking about my apostle. I texted him and I was like, what you think? Cause I just was raw. I was like, look, she not having sex with me. And this is the man of God. Like he is preaching holiness, but he wasn't saved his whole life. And even when he was saved, he had to go from faith to faith, glory to glory to glory, which means that, bro, you're not going to just get saved and be like, all right, bro, I'm a stoner. I'm going to just stop smoking. Or I'm into chicks. I'm about to just stop having sex. It's not like that. It's like your desires and your priorities change. You feel me? So that's still patience. So he basically was like, dude, get out of yourself before you destroy your relationship. And that pissed me off. But I'm so glad I listened, because what he was saying was, bro, you still thinking about you when you about to destroy a good thing. And Donn, it was different moments where I wanted to cheat on her. It was different times where like I got pictures from other girls and stuff like that, and I came clean about it. And
that's good.
Yeah, I told her, and she didn't leave me. She was pissed. She was hurt. She was hella paranoid. That's good. For a while.
Honesty is key.
Yeah, bro, she was hella paranoid.
Relationship.
Yeah, but you see, nigga, okay, another thing to my young kings out there, stop listening to niggas that's not happy, bro. Even if they got the money, even if they are quote unquote that nigga or that guy, if they can't hold a woman for longer than a few months, bro, he not really happy. Like there's a difference between, okay, I'm happy. If you happy being a hoe, okay, that's different. You know, some dudes is cut like that. I'm not gonna judge you. It's just that's what I wanted, but That's not what I'm built for.
That's not true.
You gotta know, like, bro, I'm not built to slang dick because if slang dick, I'm not built for it because I would be hurt. I'm the type of dude to where I treat all my girls like my girlfriends. Oh wait, hold up, I thought. I heard pause it.
Okay, we're back.
Bro, have you ever thought about like playing your songs in between your own podcast? That'd be sweet.
I thought about that.
You should do that.
Did.
So in that break, you should just play your song.
Probably not the whole thing, but
okay,
a clip or something. Definitely, yes.
Just do snippets because people have short attention spans.
Yeah.
30 seconds and like, you know, that was my single or and then you could charge artists to do the same thing on your radio show.
I was thinking about that.
Wow, confirmation.
It's all about that.
But yeah, so long story short, bro, I still beat myself up sometimes, but I've come a long way, bro. Like, went from being a depressed, suicidal alcoholic to a young man who is sober minded, who still, you know, I don't have all my ducks in a row. I'm still trying to find a career right now. I'm not broke, but I'm not like making like grown man money, if that makes sense. So it's like I can take care of my wants, but I put it to you like this: like if I'm really was like always pay all my bills on time, I wouldn't have money a lot. You feel me? So I'm at the lowest level of financial stability right now, which is a really sophisticated way of saying you're broke. But yeah, man, I'm really grateful to God, and I'm proud of myself because I have come a long way, bro. And you know, another thing I want to destroy within the male community is body shaming. Like, I went through a body transformation, and that is due to depression. Like, I was really depressed, and I stopped eating, and I was starting to get anorexic because I was like bullied about my weight and stuff. So
stop right there.
What's up?
I'm gonna end this episode and then start another one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Because we're going to another topic, and this is 30 minutes already.
All right.
And I don't want to be that long. So that was part 1. BJH Lit.
Hello.
Will of our podcast. Okay, we'll be back next week. Peace and love.